Hey, good evening, everyone. Welcome to my stream. It's Tuesday, January 28th, and we're getting ready to enjoy a race at Road America featuring the Group C cars, of which there are two manufacturers, Porsche and Nissan. And as it turns out, we have 12 entries. 6 are driving Porsches, and 6 are driving Nissan. So, should be an interesting race. Before we get started, I'd like to thank David DeGreef for putting this together, and of course, Scout for his fantastic reality overlays, which allows me to give you the views you are seeing, complete with standings and driver information. So with that, we'll be getting ready to start this race probably in about 55 seconds or less, depending on how quickly everybody gets out on the track. I want to congratulate David DeGreef for his pole running drive, or I should say pole winning drive. He is of course driving a Porsche, and got the top spot, so congratulations to that. We also have Griffall and Slitton in the top 3. Witherington, Prochnow, and Conley. So we're off. David got a bad start. Kind of hung everybody up there for a second. So Griffall jumps out into the lead. DeGreef is second. I was second. He lost some ground there in the traffic. Prochnow is now second. Slitton, DeGreef, Tobin, Otis, Witherington, and you can see everybody on the standings tower in the upper left corner. So a bit of a sticky situation there at the start. Got everybody a little off, but it's a long race, 40 minutes with a required pit stop. So this there's a lot of time to get things rectified and get caught up. Somebody went off track there. Must have been Mitchell. Maybe not. No, it wasn't Mitchell. I think it was Mitchell Koak. Anyway, Griffall has driven out to about a 4-second lead. And the rest of the positions are fairly tight. Looks like Jason Conley is making some moves. Campbell. Looks like Tobin is off the track. Whoa, Scott Hall took a little detour, kind of an unplanned vacation. And here we have Griffall in the lead. Then we have Prochnow and Witherington fighting for the 4th position. We have Prochnow in a Porsche, and he was trying to catch Witherington in the Nissan. Griffall is in a Porsche. Here we have Prochnow, again another Porsche. Putting a lot of pressure on Witherington. Will he be able to make a move? Witherington is catching up to DeGreef. So here we have a three-way battle. 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Griffall kind of out for a cruise right now. Meanwhile, the battle still continues for 3rd place. A slight mistake by DeGreef. And Witherington and Prochnow can leap. Oh, maybe not Prochnow now, because had a little mishap there. It's going to drop him back. He's lost several positions. Back in P7, P8. Having a little trouble getting back on the track, I think. Mitchell taking a detour in the beach. Not really a beach, let's just say the sand, okay? Whoa, Campbell lost the back end there. Oh, that wasn't Campbell. I'm sorry. Maybe, I don't know. I'm sorry, I don't know who that was. Might have been Mitchell. Meanwhile, we still have a battle for third place. Unfortunately, Prochnow had that mistake. That was Coac that Mitchell just went around. I believe Prochnow made another off-road excursion. I thought maybe he was taking a pit stop, but no. So there's a little less than 2 seconds separating Witherington and DeGreef. That appears to be about our closest battle. And that has increased a little bit. I believe that was Coac trying to get back on the track a moment ago. If our timing is correct, Griffall has stretched it out to quite a lead. Here comes DeGreef. P3. Witherington, P4. Prochnow has made up a couple of spots. He just missed past Coac, who was off course. Here we have Mitchell trying to get by Hall. Hall is our lone Canadian entry. Welcome, Scott. Glad to have you in our group. Looks like Hall had a little mishap. And is off course at the moment. Our leader. Prochnow worked his way up to P8 now. And is trying to catch Mitchell. Starting to get pretty spread out now. Looks like Griffall is about to catch Hall, I believe. Looks like Hall may have gone off course or let him by. Here we have DeGreef, P3. Let's kind of go through the lineup. We have Griffall P1, Slitton P2, so Porsche leading, Nissan in second, DeGreef, another Porsche in third. First two leaders are in soft tires. DeGreef is in hard tires. Fourth is Witherington on soft tires. Then we have Conley, another Nissan with soft tires. Then we have Campbell, another Nissan, soft tires also. Then we have Mitchell, another Nissan with soft tires. Prochnow in a Porsche. P8 is making a bid for P7. Whoop. We lost Mitchell. Oh, there he is. Might be having a little internet glitch. I wonder if he's disappearing from Prochnow. Has the position. Watch now. P7 now. And P8 is Mitchell. We saw that pass. Then we have Kowak in P9. A Porsche with hard tires. Then we have Otis in a Nissan, soft tires. This is P10. And then we have Hall, who had a little mishap a while ago. Back in P11. And Tobin, I believe, has retired. Yes, he has. Okay. So back to DeGreef. We have Mitchell going in for a pit stop. Also, I thought maybe Witherington had gone in for a pit stop, but maybe it... I only show Mitchell. But DeGreef is now in P2. It was Slitton. Slitton is having his pit stop. So here we have our leader, Griffall. And DeGreef passing Mitchell, I believe, or Hall. Or Otis. I'm not sure now. But anyway. Witherington. Then P3 now. Connolly. Going into the pits was P4. We are more than halfway through the race, so we should see a lot of pit stops now. Takes a long time to get through the pits and get to your pit stall. Sean Campbell is in the pits. Prochnow was being caught by DeGreef. He decided to take his pit stop now. Putting DeGreef in P1 because apparently Griffall is in the pits. Prochnow getting ready to come out of the pits. Witherington coming out of the pits. In P5. Here we have our leader now, DeGreef. Still has to make a pit stop with the hard tires. I wonder if he's... Oh, Otis got a drive-through penalty for speeding in pit lane. DeGreef is the only one that has not had his pit stop yet. Will he come in this lap? Yes, he's making the right turn into the pits. I wonder if he'll put on the soft tires for the final stint. Have to take at least 2 tires. So, be interesting. Comes Griffall. Now in P1. Slitten P2. Looks like DeGreef got out of the pits in P3 just in front of Conley. And his tires are cold. He may not be able to keep that position. Then again, nope. Oh, this is interesting. Nice battle. Cut back to the inside. So that puts DeGreef P4, Witherington P5. So here we have a nice battle for P3 between DeGreef and Conley and Witherington. DeGreef putting a lot of pressure on Conley. And Witherington is right there to pounce if anybody makes a mistake. DeGreef getting a little slipstream toe. Not enough to make a pass. Otis, drive-through penalty for speeding in pit lane. So DeGreef did take soft tires. I wonder if it drives enough differently that from what he's used to, it'll take him a few laps to get used to the softer tires. Conley doing a good job holding off DeGreef. Getting a little separation. Let's look from the front end of DeGreef's car. Turn 2. Got a little kink up here. And a kink left. And a big left-hander. Up over the hill. And a sharp left-hander. Then a right-hander fast. Then a right angle here. We're going to the long, sweeping right-hander. You hear him feathering the throttle. Then a long straight with a kink. High-speed corner. Dave got a good made the pass. P3. Nice job, David. Nice job for Connolly too. Jason, good driving. I think DeGreef just had a little more pace. So we're down to 3 minutes and 45 seconds left in this race. Let's see how close Connolly is getting. R from the other angle. Back marker getting out of the way. I believe that was Mitchell. Let's see. Yes, it was. Okay. Back to Connolly DeGreef. DeGreef has got some separation there. Got a little under 2 minutes left. There's our leader, Griffall. There's our second place, Slitton. Then we have DeGreef. And Conley, P4. So we're coming close to the end of the race. 1 minute left. And our leader, Griffall, will have one more lap after this, after he crosses the finish line. The last lap. Wow, I think that was Prochnow that was off in the side of the road there. I wonder if he had some damage after that first mishap. He's had a hard time getting back towards the front. But here's our winner. Making his way into the final turns before the finish line. Right-hander, left-hander, another left-hander, then right onto the straight. And whoa, he went off track. Oh no. I think he has enough of a lead that he can hang it. There comes Prochnow, Griffall and DeGreef. I'm sorry, Slitton and DeGreef. K.O. Slitton P2, DeGreef P3, Conley P4, Witherington P5. Coming up to Campbell. Prochnow, P7. I didn't see Campbell get across the... what happened? P6. I think our timing was off. Now we have Prochnow on P7. He was a lap down, maybe? Yes. So, a race winner, Griffall. Fastest lap, David DeGreef. Congratulations to Keith Griffall for the win. Griffall, Slitton, and DeGreef for the podium. Congratulations to all drivers. It was a fun race to watch. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a like. If you really liked it, hit that little button on the lower right to join my channel, and you'll be notified on my next stream. So with that, have a good evening. Good night.